Okay, today's tutorial will be on how to basically set up a website using Wamp. Pretty cool little program that we're going to be using. Wamp stands for Windows Apache MySQL PHP. And basically you just want to go into Google and then search for it. And usually be the first one on here, but it looks like it's the second one. You just want to make sure you go to the wampserver.com and just click on downloads. And you want to just click and download server 2.1i apparently. And then I usually save it on the desktop. So after you do that, you go and download the Dyndns uploader, which is a really useful tool that we're going to be using also to help us get our website up and going on our own computer. So I click on this one, the Windows Update Client. These are both from the same website, but this one will just take us one step closer to what we want, which is the download. So I'm just going to download that. I haven't downloaded this one yet. I've already downloaded Wamp. So I'm just going to put it on the desktop, save, and now it's on the desktop. Next, what you should do is sign up for this. You have to make an account to do this. Basically, you just join now. You got to check your email and do a bunch of that stuff. But I've already done that. So I'm just going to log in. And let's see. Yep. I've logged in. And after you sign up and do everything and you sign in onto this website, just click on My Account and it should bring you to this page. And once you get there, just scroll down to Add Host Services, click on that, and it's not going to cost you any money. I mean, it says something right here for a monthly subscription. That's only if you use Dynamic DNS Pro. That's only if you add that. And you can use a weird host name like, I don't know, host 69. And you can change this. You can go to .org, host IP address. Now, you can click on this, import your IP address, and then web server. Well, you don't have to click on anything right here. This is just, what are you going to use this for, pretty much? I don't know. Just give them some information. Whatever you're going to be making, you can click on a bunch of multiple ones. I don't know. You can even, it doesn't really matter. But click on Add to Cart. And we're going to have to see it costs $0. So we're going to click Next. And activate services. Voila. I've already done one up here, as you can see. And so now that that's done, we're going to be installing stuff. So now, I guess we'll start with Wamp server. Just going to install this real quick. Do a step-by-step process through the installation so you know what to expect. Okay, yep, I'm gonna accept. This is you can select whatever folder you want. I'm gonna make a desktop icon and install. And now it should pop up kind of toward the end of the installation, asking you what you want to use your default browser as. I don't know. I always just use the open button and just whatever's default, pretty much. You can just basically click through this whole thing, just so. Extracting files. Come on. Okay. See. Please choose default browser. You can choose Firefox, I guess, if you want. But I'm just going to use default. And then it should pop up with something else. Finishing installation. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. This. Well, sometimes, you know, it's just firewall, just block. So, I usually leave this the default. I don't think it can hurt anything if you do anything with that. So, alright, launch. And down here, as you can see, it says server offline. This is your Wamp server. So basically what you want to do is click on it, and I guess you want to put it online, and I always make sure, I usually always click on this, start all services, just make sure it's running, and it says it's online. So now we are going to install this updater. This just basically, when you made your host name, it basically what it does is it updates your home IP address to the website and just gives it to the host, so that whenever someone types in that host name, your domain name, it will point it to your computer. And since your IP address changes all the time, like basically whenever you restart your computer, I think it changes often. So whenever it starts up, this program runs and updates your IP address to the website, so it always knows where to point. So I'm going to start with Windows, of course, icon tray, click next. I'm going to, looks like a good folder, put that in, and no, do not want to do that. Oops, I think I skipped something in there, but alright. Well, okay, yeah, just gonna run this, click finish, and right down here it pops up. And it's gonna ask you to log in. That's just basically your username and password for the Dyndns.com. So remember the username and password, because you're gonna need it here. And mine was this. And it's going to synchronize, it's going to update it. It's basically sending your IP address to the website and taking your domain names. So I'm going to enable this one, or you can enable whatever. And make sure you check it, hit apply. Okay. And then hit OK. And then we should be all good. Now we have to do some port forwarding, which is really easy. Basically, you just gotta forward a port through the firewall so that people would be able to access your website. So basically what you want to do is type in your address for your router, which if you've ever set up a router before, you should know it. And as soon as it comes up, it takes a minute because I'm on a virtual machine. See, Microsoft Virtual PC 2007. It's a pretty neat little thing. There it is. So you want to, first thing you want to do is make sure you know what your IP address is for this computer. So you're going to have to go into client list, and it should pop up with all my IP addresses for all the computers I have, which this one is this one. So it looks like Chelsea's online. And so this is the IP address. Then we want to go to port forwarding, or, well, this one says virtual server. Should be some option on your router saying that it is port forwarding. I'm going to forward port 80. Put in the IP address, make sure this all looks good, and make sure it's enabled, and we're going to apply changes. I've already done that, so I don't have to worry about it. And then if you go to your host, your domain name, the Dyndns.org, I think that's what it was. You get this generic website, and down here, this is where your website is stored, in this www folder right here. And then it opens this folder up, and this is what the browser is displaying, this file. It reads that file and it comes out with this kind of output. So if we delete it, we should get a little bit of a difference here if we hit refresh. See? Now if we drag something into this folder and hit refresh, it pops up here. So then you can go and download it. So you can go to any computer in the world and type in your IP or your domain name, and you should be able to, if you put any files in this folder, you should be able to download them pretty easily. You could also, put a website here, index.html, and it'll, as soon as you go here, it will pull up that website, and you're good to go. Alright, that's it.